What if the greatest treasure in life wasn't gold, wasn't rainbows, not even diamonds, but something so small you could miss it? This is the story of Barnaby, a bird no bigger than your hand, and Silas, a crocodile with the biggest teeth you've ever seen. Barnaby wasn't ordinary. She was tiny, so tiny, if she sneezed too hard, she might blow herself right off a branch. But Barnaby had a huge dream. She wanted to find the legendary treasure everyone whispered about. The greatest joy. She believed it had to be something massive, something magical, something that would make her little heart race faster than her wings. So one morning, with nothing but hope and a stubborn little chirp, she began her quest. First, Barnaby spotted a rainbow stretching across the sky. Bright, magical, untouchable. That must be it, she thought. She flapped higher and higher, until her tiny wings buzzed like a hummingbird's. She pecked, she dove, she even tried to grab the rainbow with her claws. But rainbows don't like being caught. They slip away. Poor Barnaby ended up soaked in mist, spinning in circles like a broken ceiling fan. Not giving up, Barnaby spotted something shiny on the ground. Treasure. She dove straight down, beak first. She dug and dug, wings flapping dirt everywhere. Hours passed. Her beak was sore, feathers a mess. Finally, she hit something metal. Her tiny heart raced. She pulled with all her might, and out popped a rusty old can. Inside, not jewels, not coins, just a couple of sad, forgotten pebbles. Barnaby groaned, flopped onto her back, and muttered, "Some joy this is." By now, Barnaby's wings drooped. Her feathers looked like she'd lost a bar fight with the wind. She landed on a log by a murky pond. Everything was still. She sighed so hard, ripples spread across the water. "Maybe there's no greatest joy," she whispered. "Maybe it's just a silly story." But the pond had other plans. Suddenly, the water shifted. A massive head rose. Two glowing eyes locked on Barnaby. It was Silas, the crocodile, king of the swamp, the kind of guy who could swallow Barnaby in one gulp. Her tiny feathers stood on end. "Fly, fly, fly," her brain screamed. But then she saw something she never expected. A single tear rolled down Silas's cheek and splashed into the pond. A crocodile crying? Barnaby's fear melted into curiosity. She hopped closer. "What's wrong?" she asked. Silas sighed, his voice heavy, like the river itself. "I've lost my smile. I can't remember the last time I felt joy." Barnaby's little heart ached. She couldn't give him gold. She couldn't give him rainbows. But maybe she could give him something else. She fluttered to a leaf and pointed to a single dewdrop sparkling in the sunlight. "Look," she chirped. Silas stared. The drop glistened like a diamond in the sun. Slowly, his massive jaws curled into a smile. Barnaby fluttered to the ground and picked up a leaf. With a mischievous grin, she gently placed it on Silas's snout. "What do you think?" she chirped, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Silas blinked. At first, he didn't know what to make of the leaf. But then, with a sudden movement, he flared his nostrils, sending the leaf flying into the air. "Ah, I see you've got a little wind in you, don't you, Silas?" Barnaby laughed, her wings fluttering with joy. Silas let out a deep, rumbling chuckle. It was the sound of thunder echoing across the pond, shaking the leaves above them. Barnaby laughed too, her tiny giggles mixing with his thunderous roar. And for the first time, both of them felt it. Real joy. And Barnaby finally understood. The greatest joy wasn't in rainbows. It wasn't in gold. It was in the little things. A shared laugh. A single dewdrop. An unlikely friendship. Because sometimes the little things in life aren't little at all. They're everything. Moral of the story? True joy doesn't come from chasing treasures or grand things. It comes from the little moments we share. A smile, a laugh, a small act of kindness. Because sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest value. If this story inspired you, be part of a world where kindness and motivation thrive. Subscribe to Moral Motivational Hub now and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for daily inspiration.